Kevin Garnett, also known by his initials KG, also known as the Big Ticket, and also known as the Kid, known for his emphatic dunks and his supreme athleticism. Kevin Garnett played 21 seasons in the NBA, and he's considered one of the greatest power forwards of all time, and is one of only 5 NBA players to have won both the NBA's Most Valuable Player Award and the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year. During his NBA career, Garnett was named to 15 All-Star games, winning the All-Star MVP in 2003. He was named to the All-NBA team 9 times and to the NBA's All-Defensive team 12 times. While in high school, Garnett was a 1995 McDonald's All-American representing Farragut Academy. He entered the 1995 NBA draft, where he was selected with the 5th overall pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he became the first NBA player drafted directly out of high school in 20 years, paving the way for Kobe Bryant the following year and Tracy McGrady the year after. Garnett made an immediate impact with the Minnesota Timberwolves, leading them to 8 consecutive playoff appearances. Early in KG's Timberwolves years, Grammy Award-winning record producer Jimmy Jam Harris was in attendance with his wife Lisa at one of KG's games. In attendance with Lisa was her sister, Brandy Padilla. Kevin was struck by Brandy's beauty, and he tried everything he could to meet her, which he would eventually do. In 2004, he led the Timberwolves to the Western Conference Finals and won the NBA's MVP award. In the summer of 2004, Garnett married Brandy during a private ceremony in California. Due to the wedding, Garnett did not take part in the Athens Olympic Games. Now, the couple would go on to have 2 daughters. We'll get to that later. In 2007, after 12 years with the Timberwolves, he finally broke up with them and he joined the Boston Celtics in a blockbuster trade. In his first year with the Celtics, he helped lead them to the 2008 NBA Finals, in which they beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Oddly enough, KG was thinking about joining up with Kobe, but Kobe couldn't return his calls, so KG went to the Celtics and he would win the championship. Now, by about 2013, Kevin was then included in a second headlining trade that would send him to the Brooklyn Nets with his longtime Celtic teammate Paul Pierce. In 2015, Garnett would be traded back to Minnesota, and by 2016, he all out made his retirement from professional basketball. In 2021, Garnett was honored as one of the league's greatest players of all time by being named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. During his playing career, Garnett would make $326 million to become, at the time, in 2021, the second highest paid player in NBA history. And this is not including his shoe deals with Nike, Adidas, and And1. Financial troubles. Despite making over $300 million, KG would need to sue his longtime accountant and his accounting firm for malpractice, saying they enabled Charles Banks IV to swindle Garnett by way of businesses in which they both held an interest. The wealth manager had already been convicted of defrauding Tim Duncan, and KG alleged that he was missing $77 million. Now, Banks pleaded guilty in April 2017 to 1 count of wire fraud and swindling Tim Duncan of millions. In June 2017, Banks was sentenced to 4 years in prison in order to repay Duncan $7.5 million in restitution. Now, Garnett's lawsuit, which demanded damages in excess of $77 million, contends that the accounting firm possessed actual knowledge that Banks was helping himself to millions of dollars of Garnett's money, and they did nothing about it. To make matters worse, KG's marriage and his family was falling apart. There had begun to be rumors of affairs, and allegedly, Brandy had came face to face with one of KG's mistresses at a home game in Boston. Allegedly, the mistress was holding season tickets to all of KG's games, which rumor had it KG purchased himself. My man was rolling dirty. Now, at a special exit at the Boston Arena, KG's wife and KG's mistress would run into each other. And Brandy was none too happy. She was so pissed off that when she spotted the mistress, she allegedly wanted to put hands on her and had to be restrained. Now, people have said Brandy is usually cool, calm, and collected, but seeing the mistress at the same game as her was just too much. Another story suggests that Brandy might have been tipped off when she discovered a fling with the Instagram model KG was having. Now, according to reports, the union between the IG model and KG allegedly produced another baby. And this would begin several strings of court appearances for KG as Brandy would file for divorce. By 2018, Garnett's wife had filed for divorce, asking for primary custody of the children after 14 years of marriage. Now, this is bad timing because he's also in a lawsuit with this accounting firm. Now, by 2019, Brandy was fed up and she would up the ante by demanding $146,000 per month in spousal support and another $46,000 a month for child support, for a total of $192,000 per month. Now, you could have earned $300 million in your life, but $192,000 a month is way too much money. Now, she also asked the court to award her $300,000 to cover her legal bills, in which basically KG paid to sue himself. Now, KG ended up paying the bill, but that wasn't the worst of the damage. KG filed his response to her divorce filing, asking for joint legal and physical custody of the kids, which should be expected. Now, he also asked the court to terminate spousal support for Brandy, citing a prenup that the couple signed a month before the marriage. Brandy is fighting the prenup, calling it unconscionable and arguing that Kevin violated the terms of the agreement. She claimed that the prenup essentially stated that almost everything would be his, and she would only receive an initial payment of $500,000 or $1 million. According to Brandy, Kevin was supposed to fund a joint bank account that was supposed to be worth $12 million and that she would receive half KG, half if they ever parted ways. She says the account was nearly nothing in it. It was almost withdrawn when they separated. Brandy believed that by not funding the account, he had breached the terms of the agreement. Now, the former couple had reportedly hashed out all of the beef and they made a confidential divorce deal along with spousal and child support. And Kevin and Brandy had agreed to keep the details of his support payments a secret. However, 2 years after his divorce from Brandy, another Garnett ex would sue KG over a secret love child. Now, according to LA Superior Court, he was hit with a petition for custody. Now, the mistress claimed that Garnett had already claimed paternity for the child and was not asking the court for a DNA test. The child in question is a daughter. Now, according to the mistress with the child, she says Garnett and I have signed a voluntary declaration of parentage and paternity regarding the minor child, and no action regarding the child has been filed in any other court. She has not specified what kind of custody she's demanding, but she does demand Garnett support her financially and contribute to add-on expenses incurred by the mom on behalf of the daughter, included but not limited to uninsured medical expenses, childcare costs, payments of preschool and private school tuition, plus extracurricular activities. Now, despite all of those legal wranglings in that decade after his retirement, KG has seemed to move on to bigger and better things. Now, of course, he's a surefire Hall of Fame inductee in the near future, and he will always be remembered on the court as one of the greatest and most intense power forwards that has ever played the game. Now, off the court, that's a whole new deal. Hey, man, tell me how you feel about this story about KG, man. He's one of the greatest of all times, and I'm happy to share this story with you as proof that, hey, just because you have it all in one place doesn't mean you'll keep it all in the other. Relationships can get dangerous, especially when you have multiple women out here with multiple children. It can get a little bit weird and it can cost you a lot of money. Do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel, man. We're going to make more videos just like this. Remember to like this video. And of course, if you want to share it with others, go ahead and share it. I'm your boy CGA, and I'm out.